Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're all doing excellently. Okay, cool. So, let's get stuck in, shall we? A little bit later than I would like, but sure, whatever. Better late than never, so... Hello, Landlord John, I hope you're doing okay. Let me just check that this is working. It is fantastic. Okay, cool. Let's continue game. The essence you don't consume in one battle is available again available in the next. That's good to know, actually. I probably noticed that anyway. So yeah. Should we talk to him again just to get an idea of what's going on? Nah.
I'm leaving.
Nah, screw him. Forget it. Oh, I'm already fighting. How do you play this game again? I didn't think we were jumping into combat immediately, but here we are. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
By the divine lioness, far worse are the eternal torments in the hells which await every desecrator of corpses. Beware, you who do not wish to cease your unholy amusements. The day of the dragon is over. Repent.
You want to try and use as much magic as you can, because that's the only way to get experience for magic, is to use magic.
I hear that the dead have risen to eat the flesh of the...
Gyron, my friend, I've been looking for you.
Did something happen?
Yes, Fyodor has been kidnapped.
Oh no.
By whom?
Well, what do you think? The guard, of course. Reason enough for me to warn my dear neighbours, so be careful, my friend. You could be the next person the sergeant takes an interest in.
You mean an act of revenge?
Possibly. Fergalosh can be very unreasonable.
Fergalosh.
Why did the guard kidnap Fyodor?
It seems Fergalosh just can't get over our getting Fyodor to join us.
Getting him to join us? That's one way to put it anyway.
I treated him as a guest, and we had some very informative discussions.
So?
Fyodor has very interesting views on the freedom of the individual. You could almost say we're soulmates. Sergeant Fergalosh, on the other hand, arrested him. He'd be happiest to see him under the grass.
Under the grass? You mean where the dwarves normally live?
Yeah, I guess you could see it that way, too.
One thing that this game should have done, I noticed this yesterday, but I didn't comment on it. They could have done with putting like a background behind the subtitles so you could see them more clearly.
Have you heard about the desecration of the Prios Temple?
Oh yes, they say you put up
They're
a
not the
good
easiest
fight.
to read.
A necromancer in the Prios Temple. Invocations of Blackaraz, demon of vengeance, and a simultaneous increase in undead. That just doesn't fit together at all.
I'm sure that Fergalosh had something to do with it.
Why would the guard desecrate a temple?
The Rondrians cannot ignore the fact that the temple was desecrated, and the one who brings them the offender is sure to receive a reward.
Such as?
Sooner or later, there will be offices to be filled. If I were Fergalosh, I would use every chance I could get to better my position against my opponent.
Especially when that opponent is named Perel, right?
You've got it, my friend.
And what if it's not Fergalosh is behind the necromancer, but Folk of Aravor?
If Folk were to capture the summoner, the Warunkians would simply celebrate him. The people's favor is as fickle as a woman's love, my friend.
And then Falk would have a chance of taking Yarkon's position as head of the Rondrians.
Probably not that easily, but there really are rumors that he is after Yarkon's office. Both have a significant band of Rondrians behind them who just do not agree. Whoever gained control of all of them would be a powerful man.
At the moment, Falk is only having the refugee camp search for the Necromancer. The Rondrians aren't likely to find him.
An interesting point, my friend. Then we have free reign in the rest of the city. Then Fergalosh won't be the only one kicking some ass over the next few days.
Yeah, I know Red Dead Redemption 2 does it actually. It has like a black box behind the subtitles. I know some other games do it as well. That one comes to mind.
Why did the guard kidnap Theodore?
It seems Fergalosh just can't
Oh,
get over
I've already
getting
went through
Theodore
this.
Getting him to join it.
So,
Okay. Let's leave.
I have to go, Perel. My sister needs me.
take care of yourself.
A dull knife, an empty provisions bag, and 3 tea. Calandra's love? Calandra loves me, I love her, and Favre knows it. I just don't understand that stubborn old fool. He has his citizenship, so the rest is none of his business, but he still refuses to give up his wedding plans. Yep. Uh-huh. And then the evocator. The guard has attacked again. Now they have the heretic Theodore in their power, and it seems that the calm after the attack on the armory is over. But Fergalosh's people won't keep me from Calandra. Defeat the guards on your way to the old Rondra temple. I haven't really been using the map much. Maybe I should. It's probably reasonably useful. I might check out some of the shops.
Yeah, but those bastards took everything from the armory they could get their grubby fingers on.
And you want to say they didn't give you any of it? You'd have starved long since. Health is a valuable commodity.
Tendril choker. Everyone loves a good tendril choker. Throbbing berserker elixir. Smoking dragon spit. I mean, you can have this dull knife if you want. I don't know how much of this stuff to give away. That's the problem. You can have some of these. And some of these. But yeah, I don't think I really need to buy anything. Even though I'm sure some of this stuff is good. But the game just hasn't been difficult so far at all. And I have plenty of healing potions. I have 12 of them.
He's still young and has strong arms. In the Middle Lands, he would still have a
People
life ahead
of
of him.
Warunk,
Yesterday, the cartel
be
went out
reminded
on
that
another
every
foray.
death must be reported to the Metropolitan, and each body delivered unto the Dions.
Assignments?
Anyone who refuses to comply and continues to exchange dead bodies
Honey
for
mouth.
cash is now considered deaf, and will able do without one of their ears. Hear ye well. The days of the dragon are
I don't-
over.
It's,
Mistress Rondra, be praised.
thank you for shutting up. Now I can actually concentrate on whatever this is. I don't know if that was supposed to be spoken, that bit of dialogue that we just went through, but I mean, sure. I wasn't really paying attention, but I'll go for that anyway.
Very good. Tell me when you're done.
Can you pick? I wonder if you can pick them all up now and just do them, or. Oh yes, the honey.
People of Warunk, fear the demons. Renounce their temptations.
I'll talk to you in a moment.
True salvation comes solely from
Yeah, that guy's too loud. I mean, I know he has to be. It's his job and all that. I shouldn't go that way. Why not? I actually need to go that way.
I should find another way. I should find another way. I should find another way.
Have you seen something so ridiculous in your life?
I should find another way. I should find another way. I should find another way.
Ugh.
I hear that the dead have risen to eat the flesh of the living.
I'm just gonna check something in controls. I didn't think so. I was just making sure there's no way to like run faster. But nah. Nah, no chance. I do have loads of like weapons and armor and stuff that I could probably sell.
I'm glad to be in here. I hear people in the West now as well.
That wasn't my best fighting. In fact, it was pretty poor. That was a piss poor performance.
I hear that the dead have risen to eat the flesh of the living in the refugee camp.
So I can go this way, okay. I guess that's good enough.
That's Chiron.
Everyone knows me, I'm so famous.
Welcome, Chiron.
Morning, Harvey. Ooh, a garnished club. That's what we would need. He's making waves, it's true. That is absolutely true. I thought I did well enough for your side thing, but while I'm here, let's have a look at this stuff. Magic item. Exciting. I mean, that seems quite good, doesn't it? I haven't not identified. I wonder how you identify it. Oh yeah, I think you have to have legend lore as a skill. Dazzling white gold glue. Good shit. Let's sell some stuff, I guess. I take it. Well, I could definitely sell these. Hold on. Let me just get back out. Ah, that was my starting weapon. The rusty jagged blade, that's fine. I was just checking because I thought, yeah, doesn't matter.
Interested
No.
in a couple of assignments? All done? Great. Here is your reward.
Yeah, hold on. Right, that's fine. Oh, dazzling white gold glue. I'm glad I didn't buy it.
How may I be of service, my friend?
So let's sell. These clubs suck and you get loads for them. I'm gonna be rich. You can have these. I have a brittle mace. I haven't tried that yet. But you get loads for that as well. So if I don't like it, I'm happy with selling that on. Do you want some junk? Do you want a moldy leather purse? I have loads of these. You can have a couple of these, man. You can have one of those as well. Yeah, that's all fine. You slam a dude in their mouth, smashing his teeth and tearing his jaw apart, but leaving a wonderful garnished taste on his tongue before it explodes under immense pressure of your might. Correct. That is exactly how it works. Let's equip this just to see what it's like for a while. And if it sucks, I can sell it.
Interested in a couple of assignments?
Let's see if I can pick all of these up. Can I have a package? I need a reliable courier who will pick up a package. Why? Because I need to stay with my wagon. But there's one small hook. The product is not quite legal. I don't know if these are not voiced on purpose or not. I don't know.
All done? Great. Here is your reward.
Apparently I did that one already. Have I done this one already? No.
All done?
I've done that one already as well.
Here is your reward.
You got right. I offer the most exotic goods in the entire city, but right now the demand for food is greater. The competition has their storehouse behind the old pillory. Their goods are trash anyway. Rat food, if you ask me. So why not invite a few rats? Put out a little bit. Once the rats start gathering there, word will spread faster from you can say catch the fox. Okay.
Very good.
In a strange way, I can actually imagine that.
Warunkians, keep your city clean. Whoever
Whoever
kills a dozen undead rats and delivers
Yeah, but those bastards took everything from the armory.
Bastards.
Get the grubby fingers on.
And you want to say they didn't give you any of it? You'd have starved long
a
since.
good character witness for the deeds must be named, whom the Dion shall seriously question in case of doubt.
Is that fun?
Freed city. Freed of hope, maybe.
I hear that the dead have risen to eat the flesh
Interested
of
in
the
a
living.
couple. All done? Great. Here is your reward.
These side quests are really thrilling, aren't they? Okay, it's package time. So I need to go for a load screen. These guys aren't doing too well. The weapon balm makes your weapon magical for a short time. And then yeah, I need to go pretty much to the end of the map here. Hopefully we get to fight some people along the way. That would be nice.
Easy for the cartel. Oh, business is going well, my friend. You should put your money pouch in your
Hello,
shirt.
Fredster.
No need to make it easy.
Any Viagra fans in the audience tonight? Apparently you're not the only one, yeah. Nope. On the same page there. Is the... Oh, is this it? No. Is it actually in there? Adder's Pit? I haven't been in here before. Or is this... No, I don't think I've been in here before. Let's have a look around. I think this game has corrupted my chat. You think so? Oh, who are you? Oh, you're just a guy. You're just a guy. Okay. Tools, yes, Perel knows how to get information. Oh, I see. Pure alcohol times 2. True. I mean, when we started the stream, I read this in the top right. Calandra loves me. I love her. And Favre knows it. I just like, yeah. This game is something else, isn't it? Something else. Nice, Fred, nice. Yeah, I ordered that when it first came out. Back in the day. Back in 2017. I mean, this has me thinking, like, this is based on, like, an actual, like, tabletop role-playing thing. And, like, is the actual tabletop game like this as well? Like, story-wise? Is this, like... Is this a thing? Is this a common occurrence? Let's fight some men. Oh no, the misses are too slow in this game. Look at that damage though. Absolutely knocking the tripe out of these lads. This guy's a bit stronger. Bandit's Lucky Charm. Oh, this is the box I saw earlier, and I was like, why can you not interact with this? There you go. It was needed for a later side quest. Let's look at my experience. Oh, I've got loads. I've got absolutely loads. And I want to upgrade this. I'm doing all the things here. Don't mind me. Usually when I'm playing an RPG, I tend to min-max. You know what I mean? I usually focus on one thing all the way. But in this game, I'm spreading out a little bit. Maybe that's a bad idea. The ice spell is rather cool. Plague, demons, political intrigue, local factions of rebellion versus corrupt officials and warriors, mages, and lowly starving peasants in the mid. Hey, guys, you wanna know whose ass I think is hot? Well, check this out. My plant lore isn't high enough. Someday I'll be able to pick these up. Someday. It's gonna be so exciting.
Hi there, sweetie.
I wonder if they deliberately made it so that you can't run in order to make the game longer. During testing, they found if the players could run faster, then they beat the game too quickly. We need to pad it out a bit.
Your life. Oh, business is going well, my friend.
It's been a week. Well, 6 days since I last played Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood, and I already have forgotten what the main character in that game is called. Isn't that good?
People of Warung, be reminded that every death must be reported to the Metropolitan, and each body delivered unto the
I keep on talking to him when I really mean to do this.
A couple of assignments.
All done?
Great.
Here is
Kevin?
your reward.
No, I don't think so. Why was the first Kevin I thought of the one from Harry Enfield and chums.
Dashing.
Why was that the first one that came to mind?
Finally, someone's cracking down around here.
I think I'm going the wrong way. It's a good one. Yeah, it is a good one. A half obliterated message on the temple wall. The text is long and the writing is edgy, as if the writer wanted to strike a blow with every line. I mean, this just sounds like the game's writing. I want the ravens to shit on you. Prios, Rondra, Thex, Sia, Parain, Raja, and whatever your names are. Not even Furin answered me. You call yourselves gods, but praying to you was like talking to the wall of my room. But next winter, Belashiraj will keep me warm, and anyone with half a brain won't wait until the snow flies to make their own pact. I love it when the snow flies.
He's still young and has strong arms. In the Middle Lands, he would still have a life ahead of him.
You know, when it rains, it's just flying water.
I'm glad to be in here. I hear people in the
That's all
west
it is.
have rock-
You hit her. My wife will be silent when I demand it.
Wow.
That's enough.
Chiron, drop it.
That's right, my love. It would be a shame if my dear brother-in-law were forced to watch our wedding from the scaffold.
Man to man, Chiron will chop you into bloody little pieces.
It will be my pleasure. When the time is ripe. Men, march!
Falling with style, exactly.
Didn't you defend yourself?
It's not as bad as it looks. His mother jumped in between us before it got ugly.
What did you do in the temple?
Wedding preparations in the temple, and some kind of test on me.
On you?
What?
Chiron, there are more important things at the moment. Please listen to me. Fultz's mother seems to like me. A lot. I was able to ask her a great many questions, and she talked like a disciple of Nandus. Fultz struck me to stop me from asking questions. She already knows much too much, he said. And he was right.
I'm leaving.
That woman is really strange. Did you see her pointy ears?
I don't think that she's...
Nothing wrong with having pointy
rather
ears.
something like his
Just saying.
master. And right now she's none too happy with her student. She called him a failure.
Because it's unworthy of a Rondrian to lose patience?
No, he must have made some mistake first. I'm not sure, but it sounded as if he endangered some kind of cover-up. After he hit me, she hissed at him. Fool! Now it has begun anyway, she said.
Maybe it has something to do with the refugee camp, the necromancer's escape, or the fact that I defeated him.
Or our magic gifts. I don't know.
The gifts.
This test, it had something to do with our magic powers?
Fultz's mother knows something about them, I'm sure. My gift was the reason for the test. When our blood mingled, it seemed to have awoken something.
This just can't be true. Father warns us for years not to mix our blood, but never tells us why. Then some masked elf comes along, and all of a sudden you somehow have to marry the man who pretends to be her son. And when our blood accidentally does mix, awakening some sort of magical powers in us, then guess which same elf has an answer?
An answer she hasn't given me. Just a lot of solemn talk about the power of blood and pain. And that right after Fulk beat me bloody. Very appropriate.
I'm gonna talk to Father. He has to stop lying to us.
As long as you don't beat him to a pulp.
Oh, I will.
What did Fulk's mother check you for?
I think it was some kind of magic test. She wasn't much interested in my virginity at any rate.
Not much.
In the end, she said it had already begun.
And then?
Nothing more. She just smiled and talked quite excitedly about the wedding. And about freedom, power, and ecstasy. Fulk stood next to her drooling. It was disgusting.
Let us flee.
Calandra, let's get out of here. Father has his citizenship, so he'll be fine. There is no reason to marry that pig anymore.
There are 3 reasons why I should stay here and pretend like I'm actually going to marry Fulk. Firstly, that necromancer is still running around free. He killed off half the refugee camp, and, if I understood you properly earlier, all the signs point to my groom. Secondly, Fulk's mother is the only one who can tell us anything about these strange magical gifts. I just can't believe that Father would break his silence after all these years.
And thirdly?
Thirdly, I know now that you love me. More than a man loves his sister.
What?
Even if these people kidnapped me and locked me up somewhere in the mountains, I know you would come to my rescue. So we need not fear.
Okay. I'm leaving.
I won't stand around here and wait until the wedding begins. I want to kill that invocator.
Wait, I found out something else that might help you. Fulks' mother talked a lot about the god Nandus' sons, Demon Master Borberad and Rohal the Wise.
Heresy in the old Rondra temple? Unbelievable to think that the Rondrians would tolerate such a thing.
Except for Fulk, there weren't any of them in the area when she talked about it. She mentioned a Council of the Dead, Borberad's Council of the Dead. It's supposed to be here in Moloch Mountain.
Oh, I can't. I just don't know anything about the lore. My character is ignorant.
Father once spoke of it. 3 skulls containing the Demon Master's infinite knowledge, or something like that.
If I understood Fulks' mother correctly, the Council of the Dead is somewhere in Moloch Mountain. This could be our chance. If the Council of the Dead knows the answer to everything, you could ask it anything. About the undead, the necromancer, maybe the Council even knows what other lies our father told us.
Sounds unbelievable.
Even if this council really exists, the ghosts are scholars, not clairvoyant. How are they supposed to know about us?
Do you have a better idea as to who could help us? Father lies. Fulk lashes out at those around him, and his mother certainly isn't going to tell me anything more.
I've just met a very sage magus.
And where is your all-knowing magus?
In prison.
In a deep dungeon, surrounded by enemies.
Then it's certainly wiser to get our hands on this great magus than to explore a demigod's deepest secrets.
You know, maybe I'll just do that.
Go ahead. Your decision, but it would be just plain stupid.
So, just plain stupid.
Let's say, a little stubborn?
Talk to Borberad's Council of the Dead and expect an answer. I mean, that just sounds too out of this world.
But it's so nice that you're doing it anyway. Good luck, my hero.
Thanks. Yeah, I've read that before. Quote 40 is actually somewhat true for this game as well. My talking isn't too bad. It's average. My talking's average. So it's not through the roof yet, but we're getting there. Let's have a look at our log. Okay. That's fine.
That's Chiron.
That's Chiron. You're damn right. Who wants to fight me now? Big mistake. Just saying.
That's Chiron.
Dash, those Rondrians. Finally someone's cracking down on them.
Oh, I think I need to equip the better version.
Here at the dead, risen to eat the flesh of the living.
It's funny, I honestly remember very little of that playthrough. It was a good game though, but I remember very little of that playthrough. I'm just thinking. Yeah, I think I need to equip the better version of the demonic aura. So to do that, I need to go into here, I guess, and then yes, there we go. Because I was thinking to myself, this doesn't seem any better, but that makes sense. If a long chain of blows sends you to somewhere, something. Well, I can't read. I can't look at that and make a comment on it. I'm all glowy now. Oh, the Rancor owner. One of my favorite Star Wars characters of all time. What an absolute legend. A very touching moment as well. Got a lot of love for that guy. Remember when Star Wars was cool? Like 40 years ago. Good times. I'm sure I'll play a Star Wars game at some point this year, I can feel it. I didn't do one last year then. I'm an absolute beast at this game, aren't I? Sure, why not? I just lost interest. You know the way you feel about ABBA making that comeback album? It's kind of how I feel about Star Wars. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have gotten bored / tired of Star Wars at this point. To be fair, I feel that way about like any big like movie franchise that comes back. Volatile wound bomb. Some whirlweed. From the records of the Thex Deont Fedrion Norderstedt, veteran of the Third Battle of Demons. Anyone who goes against these poison-spitting affronts to nature should attack from a dodge roll and otherwise keep their distance if possible. Should you get in trouble, use stunning blows. Although I doubt that the beasts have a consciousness to stun, but probably their unholy mistress's power has some grasp upon their skulls. A grasp these blows can break for a few moments. Noted. A moldy pendant? Fantastic. Oh. Oof, that was a big bunk. Did you like my big bunk? Let's do it again. Oh. Absolutely smashing it. Silent Hill 2 had quite a lot of bonking in it, didn't it? Silent Hill 3, not so much. Definitely had some, but not as much. Oh, sneak attack. Demonic wrath.
They're all dead.
They're all dead.
That's the price we had to pay. Now Warunk can rest easy.
The final gunshot was the exclamation mark for everything that had happened to that point, or everything that had led to that point. At least I released my finger from the trigger, and then it was over. Oh, watch yourself, Vodster. You've totally boinked it up, didn't you? You were doing so well. It's fine. It's fine. I read a few Steam reviews of this today. And a lot of people have been whinging about the lack of a manual save. And I get that it's a bit weird for an RPG not to have it. But like, I mean, it's never been an issue so far as like losing progress is concerned. Like I've always lost very little. And the game is easy so far. I don't know. What's wrong with people these days? Whinging about everything.
They're all dead. But that's the price we had to pay. Now Warunk can rest easy.
There was someone, I think, in the forum saying, "Is there a mod to take the stuff out?" So yeah, there's that. Yeah, that sucks. I'm not saying it's a perfect system or anything like that. I just don't think it's like a major bugbear. Like, I don't think that's a deal breaker. Some games do this. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but some games do the thing where if you hit escape, and it will actually say, you know, how long it was since the last checkpoint. That's a nice feature when games do that. Hello, Grim. I hope you're doing well. Absolutely. This is another one of those pinnacle of gaming sort of games. I'm sure I've sold at least 5 copies of this game already. It is currently on sale for this low price of £3.19 or something. I mean, how could you say no? Squalls sweep over the field of battle. Arrows rain down on the army of men. Their strength passes away with blood that paints the flowers. Demon ashes. Oh, Jesus, look at this. Okay, so the first one is the squiggly. The second one is the X, and the other one is like a flower. Oh no, that was right. Well, no, this might be. Oh, fine, okay. No, oh no, it's fine. I got it. I got it. I solved it. I did it. This is not a piano puzzle situation. Thank you. I used all of my brain power to solve that. I can only
I'm
answer
Chiron,
one question at a time.
and I am here to consult with you.
You are not the master. He did not know you. You have never seen him. Council will reply only to the demon master.
And yet you still talk to me.
You told the truth. You had to answer him. And you will have to answer him again. Stranger, what gives you this power?
Negotiate.
I would answer you, but this power is a mystery to me.
Council is equal to you in its lack of knowledge. If he has not yet found out what has made him what he is. If the council were to answer only who declares his intent, then shall the three questions of the master attest the truth. Therefore, bethink you, stranger.
Ask the three questions. I'm not afraid.
Council, should you be disposed to face the master's questions?
Ask the master's questions. I'm ready.
Speak the master's name.
Boar. Big boar. Boar. Boar.
You are wrong.
Bobo.
Think you and try once more.
Oh, jeez. Is this a lore test? Oh, no. Oh, no. No, no, no. I know he should have just flung me into the lava there. What is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color? Why did he not ask me those questions, huh? This game is not as cool as Fallout 2. Confirmed. Boar. Boba? Boba? Should we try that? Boba? Boba Fett.
I'm...
You did not counsel.
And
You told them. And stranger. Council. If the council, then shall the therefore.
Did they? Well, I think Draken's Sang is part of it. I got the first question right. How am I supposed to know this?
The reason that the scholar full of vision hesitates, and that the warrior blindly consigns his life to a greater goal, for one cannot know and
Slam
want
it.
in equal measure.
Oh, come on, you have to admit, our boy Chiron. That was good reasoning, no?
You did not counsel.
And
You told and straight. Counsel.
the ideal of freedom that should apply to everyone. If one is truly free, others must obey him.
In truth, that is his greatest contradiction. Now the third and final question. Who shall speak for the Master in future?
Me.
I will do so, for I am his lawful successor. It is proof enough that the council talks to me.
The answer was not entirely correct.
But the future shall prove him right. Ask your questions, stranger. The council has found you worthy.
Who is Calandra? What are Falk and his mother going to do to her?
Once she was to share your fate, but the man who kidnapped her made freedom compulsory for you all.
Master's handmaid will take her into the harshest darkness. She plans the best of all deaths for Calandra or you. But this death is yet far off. But this is inviolable. Calandra loves you without let or doubt.
What is my magical gift?
Long remained undiscovered that which was buried deep. Blood alone opened the gate built by the Master's handmaid, which does ripen the seven scattered across the land.
Gift will give you that which it takes from others. From the seven grows the paladin. In the end, the greatest sacrifice will stand. Yet today, your gift gives you power. Your blade's aura kills those who come from outside. Those so terribly similar to you.
This is very enlightening, isn't it?
What can you tell me about Falk of Aravor?
Bathed in splendor did he rise, but he fought only to his own advantage. He was that which the Master's handmaid had intended, the most loyal of the sons.
He is your opposite in everything. He wants to take that which is yours as well. He is your
My brother.
but only of the seventh part.
Like my brother, or like in a Hulk Hogan sort of way?
He shall enslave you. You will experience great suffering. But should you defeat him, you shall have taken the first step on the path of destiny.
Who is my real father?
Was one of three. Then he wanted to be one of two. He followed the Master's handmaid, but her greatest favor made her his enemy. He
We did not want to follow the settlers. Now you are again free others, free newcomers who make the rest of the seven tremble. Speak with him. He truly wishes to be your father.
He will not know everything, but he will help you. And one day he will again meet the Master's handmaid. Then shall the true father stand revealed.
How do I find the necromancer from the Prios Temple? Whom did he serve?
He served a master different from the one he wished the world to believe. The man who once raided you had to be wrong to be right.
The Drover of the Dead will summon a greater servant. The Lord of Vengeance will send him the most evil of his servants. This will come to pass because the false hero will command Blackaraz's servant.
Three old friends, sharpen their blades, reconcile them, and you shall triumph, albeit without glory. The heretic knows the answer.
Okay, that's enough.
I've heard enough.
Oh, now, stranger, the heretic will show you that which you seek. Your loved ones, to bear your path unto him.
So that was great, I guess. Sure. Shrugs. Absolutely no problem, Fredster. Enjoy. Spoiling the buds. Let's upgrade my legend lore if I can. I should buy some rings at some point. I do not have any. Bludgeoning weapon upgrade. Sure. Let's do it. Even though this mace is slow, I seem to be doing fine with it. Locked. I do have quite a lot of points. Yeah, that's fine. That is grand. So where we're going?
Cartels, listen.
Around the corner.
It's good that you're here. I have to apologize to you. I was stupid. I should have believed you.
What?
And you think that makes everything all right again?
No, I know it takes more than words to convince you. You're my son.
No, you're not.
I searched the room next door.
You broke into Folk's mother's room?
I wanted to be sure that the wedding isn't a mistake. I should have become suspicious much earlier. But for some reason, I believed that woman instead of the two of you.
She put a spell on you.
Possibly. But when I discovered the intricate little dwarven lock on her chest, I suspected she had something to hide. But the poison trap was the final proof. It almost got me.
And? Was it worth it?
I think so. I found a piece of parchment in the chest covered with magic symbols in a secret language I've never seen before, but I can't read it.
I may know someone who can. A heretical mage half the city is fighting over. The only problem is that Sergeant Fergalosh of the City Guard is holding him prisoner, and I'm allied with Perel Notgelf from the Kreutzer cartel.
Perel and Fergalosh? They were always squabbling about something.
You know them? Where from?
That was long before you were born, Chiron. Back in my mercenary days, during the Marascan campaign.
Tell me more.
Perel Notgelf, Fergalosh son of Farragonai, the Clover.
The Clover?
A three-man mercenary unit. We went through a lot. It wasn't always easy.
You're not together anymore. Was there a traitor?
Let's say it was about a woman. Enough said.
Enough said.
All right. So how can we take advantage of this?
We swore an oath that we would always assist one another in an emergency. Gods know a lot has happened since then, but the oath was to the death. Try to get in to see Fergalosh. When you stand before him, recite the oath of the Clover. And do 7 winds contrary run, and death surrounds. From battle spun, shall these 3 swords still stand as one.
Calandra didn't go with Folk's mother voluntarily. She's been controlled.
That was a Be My Friend spell. A harmless elven spell. Probably Folk's mother tried to defuse the situation.
And it's Be My Friend's very harmlessness that makes it so suspicious. She must have a very, very good knowledge of that spell to calm down someone as angry as Calandra. Did you notice her pointed ears? If she is an elf, how can she be Folk's mother? He's no half-elf.
Maybe she's only his foster mother. That happens more often than you'd think.
I think these we've went through before, but I got some extra experience there for my legend lore.
How do I get through to see the heretic?
We swore an oath that we would always assist one another in an emergency.
Yes.
And
yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm going.
Right. Okay. Let's go. Got a bunch of guff there. stream of consciousness word salad begins.
The Metropolitan announced,
Be my friend spell?
walls have been completely rebuilt through joint efforts after the
I used that spell on Fred, it worked quite well.
infinite mercy had seen fit to make them come under the thunder of the trumpets of Pericles. Remember,
You heard me. You what? Friend? I'm not doing very well here, am I? Too many men. If only I had that spell, yeah. All of the hardcore The Dark Eye fans pulling their head out, their hair out. They might be pulling their head off as well. That we're making fun of the Be My Friend spell. The beloved Be My Friend spell. Oh dear, I'm getting absolutely destroyed. Tactical retreat here. That was the way to do it there. Lead them up the stairs. Oh no. They've blocked me. I can go up these stairs though. They don't. They're not stopping. And that's all I got. I killed like so many people there. Fuming. See, the problem is, see, when I get the Demonic Aura 3, I don't think I can actually use it, because that uses 19 ES. So I need to get that up. Four results. Wow. Okay, as it's good to know if Harvey Mutton has my back.
What are you doing here? I must speak with Theodore.
You kiss Perel's arse. You
I do.
kill my men, and now you want me to let you talk to the heretic?
Sergeant, you have to listen to me.
Thrice cursed dragon spawn! There is nought in Angrosh's holy soil which could persuade me to help you.
Not even the clover?
By Angrosh's mighty arm. What do you know about that?
And do 7 winds contrary run? When death does come in battle spun. Shall these 3 swords still stand as one?
The oath. I knew it. He is...
I remember that well.
Father, but he didn't even teach it to you properly. He was always too careless.
Will you help me, Sergeant?
Your father left. He let down the clover. Does he really think that I would forget that because of a few words?
You swore to help him if he needs you. Now stand up to your word.
Even if I would agree that this oath passes from father to son, by murdering my men, you broke it first. I owe you nothing.
Fine. We're enemies, but my father wants your friendship back. You have nothing to lose, Sergeant.
Oh, lad, you touched my heart. Your words are swifter than dwarf maidens' fingers on a waistcloth. By Angrosh's beard, I'm going to regret this, but for all I care, talk to the heretic.
Then let us go at once.
I'm keeping my eye on you, laddie.
I got more experience points for using that speech check than fighting all the men. Just saying. There is a note on the table. The swine still won't talk. Replace Belhal Hards with someone from the 2nd Brigade. They keep turning the rack, even when they hear bones break. Vergalosh. Everyone loves bras, don't they? Bras. bros. Good old bros. Hitman Absolution, what a classic. Hitman Absolution, that quote, Grim, is exactly a year ago today. There'll be no way back if you continue the story. Do you really want to continue? Well, I appreciate that the game says that.
Ah, a new neighbor. I was becoming bored down here.
Magus, you must help me. I have a few documents here that I can't read.
Quick, let's see. Cryptographo. Interesting. Nandurian with a Proto-Alhanian key. Interspherical nomenclature. Somebody seems to place a lot of emphasis on celestial bodies.
Nanduria. That's the secret language of the Magi. It was developed by Rohal the Wise, the Demon Master's brother.
Precisely. Magi use it in order to protect their knowledge against plagiarism, completely anachronistic, and then the protective spell on the document. Really, no one is as paranoid as the Borberadians.
No one.
The owner has gone to great lengths to protect their secrecy, yet it's only about summoning a demon, an everyday occurrence in this area.
What is it?
The document describes the last part of a highly potent Heshtot summoning at a certain time in a certain place.
I've talked to Borberad's Council of the Dead about my magical powers, but the answers were very puzzling.
The Council answered you? That is truly astounding. Then your patron seems to be even more powerful than I originally believed.
I don't know about any patrons. All I know is that the Borberadians have always been enemies, from which we had to hide.
Interesting. Why? I mean, you don't act like you were following this paradoxical, myopic view of the world?
Watch yourself, Magus. Not everyone speaks as heretically as you.
That's really strange, though. The Borberadians are a church. Normally they should be seeking new followers, not hunting people indiscriminately.
Well, next time you run into a Borberadian, have him analyze you.
I will.
He may be able to determine more than I did.
Wait a minute. You've already analyzed me?
Purely routine, something Borberadian demonic. Too complex without fundamental analysis. A bare minimum of 2 moons research time. I'm sorry.
But who exactly was this Borberad the Borberadians all worship?
Borberad is a demigod. To be precise, a quarter god. The son of the demigod Nandus. He is considered the Alvarania of forbidden knowledge. He has wandered our world for centuries in many incarnations in his fight against his twin Rohal. His last incarnation brought about the Dark Lands.
This means that the Church of Borberad is a normal church.
Not quite. 13 years ago, Borberad was condemned by all 12 divine churches. I thought that a bit excessive at the time, at least until I arrived in the Dark Lands myself.
Says Shadowlands there.
Borberadians use their blood to perform magic. They summon demons, and their church preaches freedom while enslaving all those weaker than they. A bit hypocritical, you have to admit.
There will be a last part? The summoning is so powerful that it's done in several parts?
It says, "Sacrifice as ye mote 3 things to win mighty Blackaraz to thy cause. Ad primo, a golden amber which doth shine like the very sun itself. Ad secundo, a sword used in the cause of justice. Ad tertio, give unto Blackaraz the hand of a man out of the law. By thine art, take care that the parts are ensconced in 3 places west of the 4th. And so may you now call forth the most powerful of the Heshtotim at your 4th place, the place the stars have shown you."
Well, that
No
makes
doubt,
sense.
The 3 preparatory invocations lay the groundwork for the main ritual. At the right time, it will engender powerful effects. very powerful effects.
It takes 4 different invocations to summon a single Heshtot demon? I thought they were Blackaraz's weakest servants.
Yes, your common Heshtot is of a rather inferior nature, but the Archdemon of Vengeance rules over a vast horde, and the realm of demons is, as everyone knows, chaos. Every phenotype is unique.
And this Heshtot is different than those normally encountered in the Shadowlands.
Is the astral weight of an imp 58.9?
So it's against a demon. Any advice, Magus?
Demons are summoned from the 7th sphere. Naturally, they seek the destruction of all order. In addition to the powerful archdemons, the adversaries of the 12 gods, there are also the horned and lower demons who serve them.
All I know is that you can be happy if you don't run into them. Without a magic weapon, you don't have a chance.
In principle, yes, but as far as the magic weapon is concerned, don't worry about that.
My magical powers? They can hurt demons?
Correct.
You have a demonic aura.
I do?
Demonic aura? Angrosh, help us.
What do you mean? I'm not a Pactira.
That is none of my concern. What you do with your soul is your private affair.
Correct.
Where and when is this incantation supposed to take place? The one summoning this demon?
In the market, when the constellation is favorable. Like now, for example.
Now?
Naturally, not right in the middle of the marketplace. The necromancer will be hiding somewhere. But the odds are good that this most formidable Heshtot will appear directly in the middle of the market. Ley line magic. Not that important.
If it's that powerful, it will destroy half the city. We need to warn the Warunkians immediately. Fergalos, you have to negotiate with Perel, a truce at least. If the Guard and the cartel don't work together, Warunk is lost.
You're right, lad. Against the demons, we must all stand together. I'll talk to Perel right away. And don't you be thinking that this means everything you've done is forgiven. I'm doing this for Warunk, and for the Clover.
Fighters and barricades, then we'll see about the rest.
Oh, here we go. Strap in.
Get your things out of here, now! Hurry, it won't be much longer.
No, sadly not. Is that the end of the game? He is a bit like that, yeah. That's a good comparison, Grim. I like this part of the game, I think it's great. What do you guys think? It is, yeah. It is. Well. Famous last words, eh, Harvey? Well, it hasn't even crashed. It's just it's like a black soft lock. I don't know what's going on. Like, it hasn't crashed. I guess I'm gonna have to close the game. Wish me luck. The game has been stopped. Let's try again. Try it again. It's the first time I've ever watched it. It was good. I enjoyed it. Okay. Right, so let's see what's gonna happen here. Okay, it's fine. Epic boss battle, wish me luck. Thank you. Might need a different weapon. It doesn't look great, does it? Like animation-wise, this fight. It just kind of snaps around all over the place. The teleporting is very wrong, correct? The teleporting is very incorrect. You get your health back when you've got a high combo. I haven't noticed that until now, sorry. I think this weapon kind of sucks for the necromancer here. Yeah, the sword's just a better choice for this, I think. True. Can't argue with that. I did it.
Dear friends, it has pleased the divine lioness to put us to the test this day. And I say, we did well.
Yes.
This villain here, this fiend, sought to use his dark magic to once again unleash the forces of the Nether Hells against our fair city. But by joining forces, we were able to prevent that from coming to pass, thanks to your bravery, thanks to the Lion Goddess. Dear friends, this rogue will receive his just punishment. But today is not a day of wrath. Today
No, I finished
should
that a
be
few
day
weeks
of
ago.
Joy, a day which Warunk shall long remember, a day of faith. And this very day I too shall celebrate the faith. Warunkians, in honor of your bravery and courage, will I this day take the beautiful Calandra as my wife.
Boo! Boo! Later in the old Rondra temple. Oh no.
What is this? What's going on here?
Rogue. Yeah, sure.
Azariel.
I was afraid you'd never figure it out.
No wedding.
A joining in the Master's name, surrounded by his servants. Nothing new to you.
Calandra, I will be right with you!
Don't do it! You're playing right into her hands!
My compliments, by the way. Your education has been exemplary. I've almost convinced her.
Calandra, whatever she offers you, don't accept!
And she's even a virgin. Too bad I can't use that anymore. The awakening has already begun.
You filthy demon whore! Keep your hands off her!
Maybe I'll give her to Falk, as a little incentive. He can't always fail the way he did in the Prior's Temple.
Enough said! To the Nether Hells with you!
Absolutely molding. The voice acting is perfect. For this story, for this script, it's perfect. What happens if I bonk him? Maybe I should switch weapon again. Well, then again, maybe not. they can do the bonk as well. Thank you very much, Fredster. Thief and Thief 2 are at the top of the bonking tier list, I would imagine. Condemned. And I guess Condemned 2 as well. Worthy of being on the bonking list. Because we all know Monolith rules. There you go. You hear something new every day. Good. Another Porsche win. I'm gonna try the mace again. Might regret this. Doesn't make a big difference, does it?
Please let them live.
You will not regret it, child. Just say the words.
From this day on, will blood wake blood?
You don't know what you're doing, Calandra! Silence, crypt!
So, Borbarat, take my soul. May it rest gently in your hands.
You take my soul! Let them go!
Dear Chiron, your soul is worth less than hers. Go on, Calandra.
Freedom through pain, power through will.
Through spelt wrong.
A mage.
Excellent. Simply excellent.
You promised!
Of course, my child. Your loved ones are safe. So now we can both begin your journey of discovery and knowledge.
But the wedding, Mother. What shall I tell the Warunkians? And the Rondrians?
You do not have your gift under control. You have shed Calandra's blood. Your necromancer did not finish his work. You had your chance and you failed.
She will never obey you, Azaril. She is smarter than I was then.
Folk, lock these two up. Your life depends on their safety.
I'll find you, Azaril.
I can't wait, my dear Chiron. I can't wait.
That was amazing. Oh, this game is the best. Everyone put it in your cart now.
No more secrets.
Press the buy button.
You're right. You were right from the start. I'm sorry, Chiron. So, ask.
Who is Azaril?
Azaril, High Prophetess of Borbarad, the Demon Master. She is the head of the Church of Borbarad.
Blimey.
What does she want from us? Why did she kidnap Calandra, and what do you have to do with it?
You know we spent all those years fleeing through the Shadowlands, from one hiding place to another, constantly in fear of the Borbaradians. We weren't randomly pursued, Chiron. We fled Azaril's minions, who were out to capture us, me, and the two of you.
All those years? Why?
To get revenge. Before you were born, I was a Borbaradian myself. I served Azaril with all my... I was her loyal servant. But then I betrayed her. Betrayed and robbed her.
What?
Why?
For Calandra and for you.
All this effort, the wedding, the infiltration of Rondrians, all because of Calandra?
Chiron, Calandra is not just anyone. You're not just anyone either.
What do you mean?
Azaril chose you both. You and 5 other children. You 7 were not born like other children. You came into the world as part of a ritual in which Azaril summoned a powerful demon. This demon was to provide you with vast powers from the nether hells. Azaril spoke of the gifts. How successful the ritual was, I don't know. I just know that I couldn't watch Azaril surrender 7 newborns to some demon at the cost of their mothers' lives.
And next you're going to tell me that these other 5 children are my siblings too. Septuplets, all born on the same day from the same mother.
Chiron, Calandra is not your sister.
So it's okay for us to be in love then?
I have a few more questions. Tell me more about my birth.
The ritual lasted for several hours. I had to wait until the Borberadians had used all of their magical powers. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a chance.
Did you see the demon?
Yes. That was the moment I had to act.
Bum, 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 bum.
And took her hostage. Calandra's death would have caused the ritual to fail completely. With my knife at Calandra's throat, I forced Azaril to free your mother. You were not born yet. Azaril's astral energy was exhausted as well. She raged, but had to let us go. I fled south with you, away from the massives of the Black Sickle. Your mother was very weak. You were born on the wall of death. But your mother died in childbirth. So there I stood with 2 children in my arms, and I finally had a purpose.
And what was supposed to happen after the wedding?
Sooner or later, the church would have sent folk somewhere else. Calandra would have gone with him.
And I would have stayed in Wurrunk and protected you from Azaril's revenge for the rest of my life. That was your plan, wasn't it?
I wanted to save your souls. I can only hope that you will understand that one day.
Did you want to marry Calandra off to separate her from me?
I did. I hoped that your gifts would never wake up if you were separated. Azaril stated repeatedly that the gifts strove together. I was sure from the start that this would confuse the feelings of those bearing the gifts. I've also seen the way Calandra has looked at you the last few moons. You are no longer children. It was only a matter of time before you... Well, you know.
And that's why the lie about us being siblings. You didn't just want to prevent us from mixing our blood.
Even kissing could have been dangerous.
And a heroic Rondrian bridegroom could have held Calandra in check if necessary, even with her powerful demonic gifts.
Necessary, so spelled wrong.
Saved her soul if she were to succumb to demonic temptation.
Demonic temptation. That's what this game should have been called instead.
Why didn't you say anything all those years? Why did you say we were siblings?
Because of the blood thing, you
no
idiots. He just told you.
Family. I've hammered that into you because I still don't know exactly what that ritual did to you. But I did find out that your blood shouldn't be mixed because that would awaken the demonic gifts you carry within you. That goes for you and all the other children who were born during the ritual.
So that's why you always kept us away from other people's children. You were afraid they too might have these gifts.
And that's why I also forbade you from healing one another. If your blood had mixed, the consequences would have been incalculable.
We have mixed our blood.
I know.
I know.
Otherwise you wouldn't have been able to defeat that Heshtot in the market. The power of the gifts has awakened, and we do not know what effects they will have.
Why did she claim to be Folk's mother?
As a disguise, I suppose. She couldn't fool all Warrank with magic the way she deceived me.
She had him call her mother and used a hand mask. That can hardly be called a disguise. There must be more to it than that.
Maybe she really wanted to be Falk's mother. Don't be fooled by her behavior in the temple. If that woman can really feel some kind of love, then she will show it in very strange ways.
Tell me more about Azaril.
She is the head of the Church of Borberad. Clever, vile, very, very powerful. They say no one knows the teachings of the Demon Master better than she. She has a network of cultists and agents throughout the Shadowlands, and probably beyond.
I can't believe that a mage that powerful was unable to capture a man and 2 children in 20 years.
I was vain enough to believe that my skills and some luck saved us time and again. Once the 2 of you could fight, it got easier. But Azaril was just waiting for the right moment to capture Calandra.
You were a Borberadian yourself. Can't you do magic?
No.
No. But even if I could, I wouldn't do it. Borberadians pledged their souls to learn the secrets of blood magic. I wasn't ready for that. Azaril thought my faith wasn't strong enough. She was right. It wasn't faith that led me to the Borberadians.
Then what was it?
Don't make me talk about it. It's not important to you.
Talk.
You lied to me all my life. Why should I believe you?
Please.
You stubborn old fool. Fine, have it your way.
Thank you, Chiron.
Damned Rondrians! I told you right from the start they weren't to be trusted.
The Rondrians are honorable warriors. It's just that with Falk they have the wrong man in charge, while Metropolitan Yakon is away from Warrank. But it would be wrong to underestimate Azaril. She wanted Calandra to be with Falk and in her sphere of influence. That's why she was pushing the wedding.
They've betrayed us. Falk never really wanted to marry Calandra. The whole thing was just a plot to deliver Calandra to Azaril.
But how could she have planned on your gifts awakening right at this moment? Why the old Rondra temple of all places? And why all the effort to summon the Heshtot?
If Falk is a tool of the Borberadian Church, he could increase their influence in Warunk, and that from behind the mask of a Rondrian.
I don't think Azaril is planning a violent coup. That's not her style. It would be more subtle. Find herself innocent aides who don't even suspect whom they're really serving.
The wedding of a senior Rondrian as a symbol for the masses, and in the old Rondra temple of all places. It was used as a necromantic brothel during the occupation.
Powerful symbols and bitter irony. That's Azaril's way.
Of course! The necromancer was also working for Azrael.
The attack on the refugee camp as a distraction to get all the Rondrians to look for the culprit there. That gave the necromancer enough time for the great summoning in the marketplace.
And Falk was to defeat the Heshtot to reap the glory and pull the Warunkians completely over to his side.
So that's why Falk sent you in to face the necromancer in the Prios temple. He wanted to get rid of you because he didn't think you stood a chance against the necromancer. The necromancer as sacrificial lamb. And with the Warunkian support, it would have been easy for Falk to dethrone Metropolitan Yakon upon his return.
And when I defeated the Heshtot, he had to deliver the necromancer to the Warunkians to reap at least a little glory. It's strange that the Warunkians were so easily sucked in by Falk. He's really not your typical Rondrian.
The Rondrians here are little better off than the refugees. The Warunkians don't love them, but they can't oppose them either. After all, they liberated the city from the necromancers. When the necromancers ruled here, the Warunkians did many things for which they would have been burnt at the stake anywhere outside the Shadowlands. Treason, denunciation, demon worship. Damn. Some even sold their dead relatives so that they could fight for the necromancers as undead soldiers.
Not to forget those who used both dead and undead for their art. From the bone carvers to the pimps, they all had customers.
I do not know how we would have behaved. For my part, I wouldn't want to hear any occupying forces telling me that everything I had done over the past few decades was all wrong and that I should have spent my life in atonement.
That's enough. That's enough. Everyone has fallen asleep, I'm sure, by now.
Whatever. We shouldn't just wait for someone to come and pick us up. Fulk thinks he has won and Calandra is in Azaril's power.
Our guard is a young Rondrian. I'm sure he doesn't know what went on in the temple, and I don't think he's one of Azaril's followers either.
More likely a useful idiot who believes Fulk. Maybe I can appeal to his honor and get him to make a mistake. But maybe I should find a weapon first.
Clear as mud, Fred. Clear as mud.
Good. I will find a way out. Now wait here.
That thing wouldn't even scare a toothless granny.
Toothless granny.
Not with that. Keep looking. Finally. This'll help me smash his teeth out.
Psst, listen to me.
I'm not going to talk to you, wretch.
Have pity on my old father. Look at him. Does he really deserve to languish in prison? He can barely hold a sword. Is it really necessary for him to stay here?
Granted, it is unlikely that he has killed my brothers in faith. But orders are orders.
You Rondrian hypocrites, you confuse stupidity and cowardice with courage and loyalty. Anyone who lets others order him around is a coward. That's the truth. And a church where everyone throws their lives to a rutty lioness is nothing but dirt.
That is blasphemy. I will no longer tolerate your dragging Rondra's good name through the dirt.
Enjoy, Fred.
Oh, we're getting braver. Come on, kill a defenseless prisoner. That's sure to please your goddess.
Don't think you'll escape your just punishment that way. Here, take this sword.
Thanks.
And now, defend yourself.
What a nice guy. I don't have any potions. This might be quite difficult. No Estus Flask for me. I did it. Absolutely smashed them. Blunt Rondian sword. So I need to upgrade my essence still. Okay. And then I can now upgrade. No, I can't quite get that upgrade yet. That's fine. I'm a competent talker. Just checking what's down here. I'm curious. Cannot use that. So I'm guessing there is something down there, but I can't grab it. Okay, that's fine. In the chest are the items the Rondrians have taken from you. Okay, I think it's automatically re-equipped everything, which is fine. The sword's not terrible. Yeah, we used the sword for a little bit.
Chiron. At last. Oh, the best part is about to begin. I don't want to be late.
I know. We both had to wait far too long for this. You are strong. Your gift is powerful. If the circumstances were different, you could have been the last one standing. But your path ends here. Any last words before we begin? A little greeting for Calandra, perhaps? When I see her again, I could always shove a little souvenir into her mouth. Your fingers, for example. Your tongue.
You're a sick
Where
individual.
has she taken her? Answer me, and I'll give you an hour's head start.
I'm so sorry. I don't answer the defeated. Men, take him!
Okay, well, some of that dialogue just didn't happen. What? Should this screen be my offline screen? It'll be hard to digest with the size of the hole in your chest. We do, yeah. I agree. We'll stick with the miss this time. Bone thugs. I think it might have been taken, unfortunately. Possibly.
Chiron. Oh. A little.
Men!
Yeah, Bing might be able to help. They had a good song on the Batman and Robin soundtrack. This guy's too good.
You useless klutz!
Here we go, here's the real fight. Wish me luck. I'm not doing much damage, am I? Gonna be here all night? I don't know what that does, but I don't want to find out. Doesn't seem to do much anyway. I'm only like halfway there. What? Have you just seen what's happened? No. No. This can't be real. This can't be real. I forget what I have those throwing things. I used the wrong one. That one might be better for this anyway. It's a cracking fight, isn't it? Everyone's on the edge of their seat. Oh no, that's really bad. I mean, I'm glad to hear it, I guess. That I used most of my potions in that fight.
Listen to me.
Thank you,
Tell
thank you.
me where Calandra is. You will find one another. Your gifts will guide you. Gamat awaits you. He cannot be the last. Do you hear me? Brother, be the strongest of the awakened. Prove the worth of our sacrifice.
An answer, Folk. I need an answer.
My gift. It cries out to you. The beginning of the eternal struggle.
Folk, where should I go?
Gamat awaits you. He cannot be the last. Not Gamat.
Okay. Sometime later. Don't know how much.
Falk betrayed us. The documents you produced prove that. And the same applies to those who fought at his side. They followed the wrong path. They had to be punished.
It was an honor, Metropolitan.
Falk hoped that his lax morals would bring him enough popularity amongst the people to allow him to divide the Lioness's servants and lay hands on my office. You prevented that from coming to pass. I'll see that you're rewarded.
Yes.
Warren should know that the Metropolitan provides for those who serve Rondra justly.
Thank you, Your Reverence.
The Church of Rondra shares in the loss of your sister, Chiron, and yet I must ask you for your help. We now know that Falk served the unholy Azaril Crimsonweed, but the writings he left behind point the way to a man he called his brother.
Gamat. Falk spoke of him.
That's right. The mysterious man who once led the sick from Warrunk. They moved up to Clawmore. Now we have to fear for their souls.
So I'm supposed to follow the sick and save their souls. I just got out of the refugee camp. I'm lucky not to have caught the plague myself.
I cannot spare a single man until I've assured myself of their loyalty. I will conduct investigations and determine consequences. And since you have to face this on your own, I will now give you Rondra's blessing. For, as your soul is pure and God-fearing, the power of the Lioness will protect you, Chiron.
Too kind, Your Reverence, yet this is perhaps too much of an honor.
Credit where credit is due. You will receive Rondra's blessing.
The Chronic Gods. That was also very good there. Anytime he has a moment, let's just say it's always magic.
Chiron.
What happened?
Consecrated ground. The Metropolitan's blessing. Rondra's presence does you harm. The goddess of war has rejected you.
Aww.
I'm not a Pactera, Father. I never sold my soul.
I know. But your gift is demonic in origin. You use their power. That makes you an enemy of the 12 gods.
And yet I'm still alive.
I brought you out of the temple. The Rondrians were suspicious, but I guess they wanted to believe my lies.
What's the story on this Gamad? Fulk's letters didn't say much about him.
People say he was a muddle-headed preacher who led the sick from the city a few moons ago with promises of salvation.
It'll be fine.
Falk's letters suggest that the plague victims' exodus ended in the Clawmore in a village called Farnfield. He and Gamad seem to have known one another.
With enough potions, I can achieve anything.
Why did so many of the sick follow him?
Gamad seems to have had some kind of healing artifact. He promised to heal all those.
Yes, indeed they are.
And the authorities allowed this heresy because they were happy that the source of the plague was removing itself.
Possibly.
Possibly?
Rika from the refugee camp may know something about the Clawmore. Apparently, her lover went with Gamad.
It's almost funny. Rondra's power drops me in my tracks, and at the same time, the head Rondrian gives me an assignment.
You're the only one Yakon can trust now. He's taking the opportunity to learn something about the sick and Falk's allies. Maybe he saw you fighting and became suspicious. Your gift isn't all that unobtrusive, and as long as he can't be sure of his own people, your power represents a risk.
Well, he's lucky that this Gamad is my only trace to Calandra. Otherwise, I could get some stupid ideas.
Good luck in the Clawmore, Chiron.
Thank you.
Let me know if I can help, and get in touch when you're back.
Quest updated. Only 3 potions left, that's pathetic. I have some of this other guff that I haven't used yet. Contaminated healing potion. I mean, that can be arranged, I guess. Can't go that way. I have not. I probably will someday, but I have not.
Yeah, but those bastards took everything from the armory they could get their grubby fingers on.
And you want to say they didn't give you any of it, you know?
This is good stuff right here. I just wanted to have a quick look.
Yeah, but those bastards took everything from the armory they could get their grubby fingers on.
And you want to say they didn't give you any of it? You'd have starved long since. There isn't a problem for which I don't have the right remedy.
These are expensive, aren't they? I just sold all. I've just decided to go for it. I hope you understand. Having all that stuff in my inventory, I don't think it's going to get me anywhere.
Which end of a sword to hold?
The hammer of ripping. Stuff's all pretty naff. Nah, stuff's not. It's not that good. Yeah, true, Fred. True. Barbed blades. Seems good. What is my blacksmith rating? Oh yeah, it's 3. Oh, I'm not allowed to upgrade that anymore. Yes. I did a thing. Hold on. Abort. I mean, yeah, sure. That is going on the scratched Bazart.
Interested in a couple of assignments?
Oh, they're all... no new ones. You disappoint me.
Ah, my favorite customer. Welcome.
Blade Assassin. I sold all again. I'm being reckless here. I'm being what you would call a mad lad.
Whosoever pacts or communicates with demons shall burn.
That shadow demon.
Whoever wears their symbols or speaks their language will lose their sight. Whoever protects their servants.
Travel to the swamp. We all know if it's swamps are always like the best part of any video game, like swamps and sewers.
Freed city. Freed of hope, maybe.
High ranking picklocks a talent allows you to open the most something chests.
What did the powerful sorceress Azaril want from his sister of all people? What had Falk meant when he had spoken of the dark side of the magical gift and the awakened as he lay dying. Chiron could only find the answer in the mysterious preacher who had once led the sick and ailing from Warung and was said to reside in a village called Fernfield, a man named Gammat.
Gammat. I'll give it a go, Fred. This actually looks quite nice, or maybe I'm just going a bit mad. Look at that shadow. The shadow, it's the best looking thing in this game are the shadows. I am holding down X and I can't rotate the chest. What a shame. I agree, Fred. It's not terrible looking, but by 2013 standards, it's pretty dated.
Help!
It looks like something that could have came out 5 or 6 years before that, for sure. Good spider graphics. Completed 5 battles without a scratch. That's the achievement I just unlocked.
You sure showed them. Thanks.
Rio of Warunk?
How do you know my name?
Rika mentioned you.
Oh no. Does she still think of me?
She said you were her lover, and she seems to miss you very much.
Listen, she completely misunderstood. I am not her lover.
You followed the Exodus because you have the plague, right?
Honestly? No. I only acted like I was one of them. I wanted to be with my Latika.
I see. And who is Latika?
The most beautiful woman in the world. She is one of the chosen, you know?
From Blood 2?
You mean chosen? And what are you doing here anyway?
Latika was chosen to enter paradise. And I'm gonna follow her soon. That's why I milk the spiders here.
Oh, milk the spiders? Okay.
Milk spiders.
We make jewelry from the spider silk. For the holy man's great ceremony, this eases the transition to paradise.
Couldn't this holy man find anyone braver than you for the milking?
I volunteered. I wanted to impress him and Ulev. Ulev is my beloved Latika's father.
Not the best idea.
You know, it's not easy when you're not among the chosen. I have to convince Ulev somehow.
And that's why you need the spider silk?
Yes, but to be honest, I think I could use a little help.
What's in it for me?
Well, maybe I can help you somehow. In the swamp, I mean.
What's this about a holy man?
His name is Gamut. He works great wonders.
A holy man? Really?
He's a savior. He eases the suffering of the chosen, and when they are finally ready, he leads them to paradise.
What kind of paradise?
Paradise is a place of eternal bliss. Gamut has already been there, so he can judge who is ripe for transition.
Who's Latika?
Well, Latika's the reason why I'm here. I love everything about her. She followed the holy man into the swamp, and I joined them. I left everything for her, including Rika, another girl in Warunk. And now, as one of the chosen, Latika has gone to paradise, and every day I pray that I might follow her.
Per Daniel Radcliffe is all I can say.
I'm looking for 2 women who traveled to Fernfield.
In an elegant carriage. They were there. Ulev would know more.
Guess I'll go see Ulev then.
You give me some spiderwebs, and I'll give you the password to get past the guard then. Take the rope bridge to the caverns in the northeast. Reuben used to say that the best spiderwebs can be found there. But that was before the beast ate him.
See you later.
Legend lore. What's this red guff? Is that a frog? Look, it's a frog. A cute frog. They looked evil, but they were just chilling. Yeah, I'm glad that they're just chilling. They're not enemies. That makes me happy. I know this is not the way to go, but I'm just curious to see what's here. As far as swamps go, this is quite a nice looking one. I don't mind it. It's a trap. A note which appears very well kept. When the spring ran dry at the shrine of their stork goddess, I sensed it. The old gods have turned away. We have to help ourselves. Sacrifice something to the swamp to get it to relent. Or maybe it would like my goat. Those tentacles have been trying to grab her for days. If I'm successful, maybe Genla will let me back into Fernfield. Correct, Fred. Scratched into the cliffs, it says, Makra, die. These words are repeated at least a dozen times. Whoever wrote this must have been really molding. Demonic Aura 3. It's getting serious now, isn't it? I think I've maybe only ever finished one Metroidvania in my life. Dripping summer dress. And some pure alcohol. One Metroidvania too many. I think it was Shadow Complex. Can I go? Like, it looks like there's a thing over here, like a town. Spiders are very easy. A fool's head of spider eyes. Someone has carved the symbol of the ancient goddess of love, Raja, into the tree. Dearest Rike, I love you now and forever, Rio. Embarrassing. The mangled travel diary of a certain Adeptus Loro Litger Crackle. Notable accumulation of demonically mutated creatures. The swamp lizard in 3 colors, apparently capable of reproduction, but times toxic. Presumably connected to pandemonium-like growths of genus. Sure, distribution centered around a semi-agrimuffian sapling. Too tired to read all this. Too many big words. Too much brain power. I can't do this. Okay. Yeah, the spiders are not much of a threat, but I'm not complaining at all. It's weird, like this doesn't look that big, but in reality this is quite dense. Quite a lot of stuff going on, quite a lot of pathways. That kind of leads to where I was going earlier. What's the point in this little crevice?
Hey, I've never seen you before. Get out.
Well then. What a rude man. Some more good stuff right here. Getting stuck on the things is a common occurrence in this game. Some sort of big lad. But I can't seem to hurt. That seems to work. Got lots of stuff. I mean, most of it probably, most if not all of it is probably crap. But, you know, I'm just happy to get stuff. Well, this is clearly not accessible. At least not now. Yeah, there must be a way to get into my objective down there. But there must be a lever, but you would think that the lever would be up here, but I need to get through that first. It's all very confusing. got to be a way. Oh no. I don't think I've been there yet. So it's fine. It's grand. It's not confusing at all. It makes perfect sense. I'm sure the video renting company Blockbuster, I'm sure they use that in an ad at some point. That song. I've been here, haven't I? Maybe. Maybe not. Nice candle. Candles. So there must have been a little box on the other one if I didn't see. Maybe, maybe not. I'll tell you what game does have good spider graphics. Half-Life 2, believe it or not. The poison head crabs. Very good. Half-Life 2 turns 20 this year. Isn't that mad? I should maybe get another one of these at some point. It is a rather good game, for sure. Oh. It still looks great too. Apart from some of the ground textures, but the art style, or like the art direction, is still top notch, and the lip syncing and all that kind of stuff is really good still. Much better than something like this. I know it's not fair to necessarily compare the two, but yeah. I remember the first time I saw Half-Life 2 was, I'm pretty sure it was the cover of a PC, either PC Gamer or PC Zone, probably PC Gamer magazine. And I remember reading just a little bit of it in like the shop. I didn't get the magazine, but I just flicked through and saw the screenshots and stuff. That would have been 2003. Is this a trap? No trap. My memory is probably one of my few strong points. The dead man bears a note on him. Haven't said that, I'm only good at remembering certain things. Written in yucky green, it says, Reuben, you are quick-tempered, but your courage does you honor. Despite your repeated insults, you shall receive one more chance to become one of the chosen, like your brother Rowan. In Warunk, you bragged about how you could steal the kilt from any guard's butt, so you should easily be able to get hold of enough spider silk for half-dozen garments. The last of these garments is for Rowan, so that nothing interferes with his crossing into paradise. It were better you did not disappoint him and me again. G from House of the Dead. I appreciate the effort, Fred. You would just think it's like the most obvious, easy thing in the world, isn't it? I got up over 40 on my combo there. It's the most I've ever had. Oh, wow. Well, I appreciate it, Fred. Thank you. Very important. Vital. There's a chest down there, but it's probably rigged, isn't it? Or maybe it's not. Nope, it's fine.
Fantastic! You got the spider's webs. Soon I'll be together with my Latika.
I really have to get going. Like I said, I'm looking for someone.
No problem. When you get to Fernfield, just repeat the password. The test is ours. The grace is mine.
Thanks, Rio.
When you get to Fernfield, talk to Ulev, the village headman. I'm sure he'll help you.
See you later.
I feel like I should probably just go at this stage. It's getting quite late. I didn't start until kind of late today, but it's still a long enough stream, isn't it? Not too bad. I feel like I've done some important things in this game today. I guess I'll try and get into this place and then I'll stop. Oh, look at the snake. I think I like this area because it's not brown. It's not as brown anyway. Nice and quiet, yeah, you can just relax and listen to the frogs.
Halt, stranger!
The test is ours, the grace is mine.
How do you know our password? Talk!
What's going on here? Who is this stranger?
I'm a friend of Rio's. He said you'd be able to help me.
Then welcome, stranger. What can we do for you?
Well, that was easy.
2 women were here, and I need to know where they went.
I understand. You want the community to help you. And community is a valuable thing to have in a treacherous swamp, isn't it?
I'm not part of your community, and I'm sure the 2 women I'm looking for aren't either.
I don't know any such women. But perhaps the Holy Man can help.
And how do I persuade this holy man to help me?
Make yourself useful to the community. The next time the Holy Man visits the Life Spring, he will reward you.
What is the Life Spring?
The Life Spring. I'm sure you saw the pillar in the sky.
Hard not to, but what happens there?
The Chosen enter paradise. Whenever that happens, there is a great ceremony in which the Holy Man leads them there.
How is one chosen?
The road is full of pain. It all starts with red bumps and pustules that steadily turn darker, becoming the deepest black. A raging fever.
This might be my favorite lip syncing in the game so far.
A wheezing cough.
Sounds like the plague in Morunk. In the end, you become weak and die.
The weakness is a sign that the mind wants to leave the body. This is a very important time. Those who have borne the burden thus far can now join the Chosen. The Warunkians die because no one revealed that to them, and because they have no life spring. But Gamat knows the right time, and names the Chosen. He shows them the way to the life spring, and thus they go directly to paradise.
And you really believe that?
We do not force anyone. But believe me, it is more reasonable than it might seem.
This Gamut, did he really cure you all of the plague?
No.
We are blessed. The scars mark the bodies of the chosen. Gamut, the holy man, has revealed this to us. The ignorant call it an epidemic, but we know that the burden of the chosen will be rewarded with paradise.
And what's your role in all this, Ulev?
Have you
I help. I
ever
lead the
seen
community,
life spring?
while Gamut watches over our souls.
And why did the community end up here of all places?
This is a good place. Even the mighty Elhanians settled down here.
I agree, this is a lovely place. Oh, I just want to go.
Have
The
you
ancient people with the powerful sorceresses able to
seen
move
the life
entire
spring?
islands by their will alone. A traveling salesman once told me about them.
Yes, an old people who knew much about many arts. They ruled a great empire, and are said to even have had peace treaties with the goblin hordes.
Until the Rondrians subjugated them and drove them off.
As may be. To this day, the swamp still spits up old shards and debris they once left behind, but nothing of importance.
Yeah, and they're always so loud.
I've heard that you have a daughter named Latika.
Yes, Latika is my daughter. She is doing well.
That's it.
I've heard that you have a daughter named Latika.
Yes, Latika is my daughter. She is doing well.
He really doesn't want to talk about her.
So what do you want me to do for the community?
There is an important ceremony coming up at the Life Spring. We urgently need more wood for the masks.
You want me to prove myself by chopping wood?
Have you
There's almost nothing but demonic
ever
wood in
seen
the swamp.
life spring?
You will understand that the Holy Man does not want to endanger the souls in their transition to paradise. We have already lost half of the village. The ruins are completely soaked with the swamp's evil influence. In the west, on the other side of the palisade, we dare not go there. There are too many undead. The drowned corpses are exceptionally dangerous. But there are still some carts stuck in the mud that we use to move from Warunk. Their wood is new enough to use.
Then I'll just be getting on with it.
If you come back with unspoiled wood, we will all look for traces of your two women. I will see to that myself.
I love it when my streams, come full circle, Or at the start of the stream we were talking about Viagra, and now at the end of the stream I need to go and get wood. I mean, it's perfect, isn't it?
Why don't you just take demonic wood? Can't be that bad.
Firstly, because Holy Gamad says so. And secondly, because I can tell you stories that would make your blood run cold.
What?
So, let's go.
It all started when we arrived here with our carts. An orphan girl was with us. Her one arm was scarred, and with the other, she clung to her wooden lion. Someone had whittled her that lion out of swamp wood. Now we know that that wood was demonically contaminated. The wooden lion began to run and jump. The girl was happy. She laughed for the first time since she was scarred. We thought it was a good omen for our trip.
And then?
But
that night we heard screams. We ran over to the girl's camp. She was trying to shake the lion from her body. It had become hungry for meat. It took 3 men to pull the wooden beast off the girl. Then the girl's forearm tore off, and the lion escaped into the darkness with its spoils.
Oh, it keeps going.
do you have any more stories about this wood?
Oh yes, many. Listen. Stopped under a weeping willow, the mules refused to go on. Borkar was a coachman, a good man with the whip. He spoke to them, petted them, but they would not move. Finally he whipped them. The animals simply would not go on. Borkar whipped and whipped. The mule's hide split open, and the whip tore bloody wounds. Later, Borkar cut himself on his knife as he cleaned the mule's hooves. It was just a small cut.
Chie in Persona 4 was also hungry for meat.
Is that it?
The next morning he could not find his whip, so he drove the mules with a willow switch. But again they stopped. He started to yell at them, but then he began to gasp for air. The willow was strangling him. He tried to remove it from around his throat, but he could not get a grip on it. It had crept under his skin. It had tasted blood.
Truly scary.
Yes. I find these stories too scary myself, to be honest.
I'm terrified.
Have you ever seen the life spring?
Well, hopefully a checkpoint is somewhere about there. But yeah, I'll stop there for tonight. What an absolute corker of a game, though. Am I right? A real stick in the blood, a good honk honk to end the stream. Yeah. I am strangely enjoying it, though. It's not dull. And it's not terribly made either, you know? It's okay. It's not that bad. It's not great. The combat's not great. But it's functional. It gets the job done. I'm not playing it and thinking, oh, this is awful, you know? It's okay. It's fine. But yeah. I'm gonna go. Thank you all for being here. And I should be back again. I should be back again tomorrow. But yeah. The Dark Eye, Demonicon. It's a game. I'm not gonna raid anyone tonight, 'cause